Max Alliance here in Fort Collins, Colorado, and thanks again for tuning into another episode of Lifestyle Living's Community Connection. So today I have the pleasure of speaking with Angela Isaac and Randy Isaac, who are the owners of Catalyst Inspections in Loveland, Colorado, however, serving all of northern Colorado. Catalyst Inspections is veteran-owned, with both Randy and Angela, who served in the U.S. Air Force. And as a result, they give back 10% discount to all military, first responders, and educators, which is pretty amazing. So first off, thank you guys for doing this. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell me a little bit about you guys and how you got into home inspections.
Sure. So I've been around the building science world since about 2014.
Okay.
We used to train home inspectors and fly out and help everybody in the building science world, insulators, flooring guys, on how to find moisture, how to look for maybe missing insulation. And we just kind of transitioned over the years, and I had enough people ask me, well, why aren't you just doing the home inspections?
Mm-hmm.
So we finally pulled the trigger on it a few years ago, and
Okay.
it's been great.
I like it. I like it. So you guys opened, if I read correctly on the website, 2019. Is that right?
Correct.
Yep.
And it's been a good 4 years.
Been great.
Yeah.
Great.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So, there are a fair amount of home inspectors out there. So how do you feel like Catalyst differentiates itself in this market?
Sure, there are a lot of us.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of comes from various backgrounds, and with that building science background that I had gone through, kind of gives us that aspect, as well as we're one of a handful of certified residential thermographers in northern Colorado. And so that gives me the ability to a little further diagnose what we're seeing through the thermal imaging, like missing insulation, or if there's a roof leak or a plumbing leak that aren't showing any signs of staining. And that service is actually included with each home inspection at no additional cost.
Okay. And that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other way is with customer service.
Yeah.
I mean, we really do go above and beyond. With our customer service, we want to treat people the way we want to be treated,
For sure.
because it's a very stressful time.
Yeah. No, and customer service is huge, and I feel like in too many industries, that just is lacking nowadays. Everything is automated, which I get it. Computers are taking over and it helps to be efficient. But if you're losing that personality, you're losing a lot. I come from 12 years in high-end restaurants, and that instilled in me a very high level of customer service that now I take with me into my real estate. Because, you're right. If you're not treating people like people and not just another number, they're not going to have a good experience. They're not going to refer you out. They're not going to come back. And your business is ultimately not going to grow.
Absolutely.
So I think that's great.
And that's why we have almost 200 five-star Google reviews, because like Angela said, we take every client, agent, client, everybody, and treat them the way we want to be treated. And we encourage all of our clients to come to the inspection.
Yeah.
You could be there for the whole inspection, towards the end, whatever you want to do, how much you want to learn about the house. I'll walk you through the whole thing.
It's important.
Yeah.
Because, I being fairly new, 18, 19 months in the business, I get a lot of first-time home buyers, and they're just unaware, and they want to be there. This is a huge purchase. This is an exciting purchase. They want to know, show me what's going on, good and bad, with my house, and what I need to look out for, and what I need to be aware of. And so that's amazing.
Yeah, and we do actually, especially with our first-time home buyers, give them a booklet that says, now that you've had a home inspection, and it goes over everything you could possibly want to know about having a house.
That's awesome.
Like maintenance schedules, things like that.
Appliance,
maybe someone doesn't know.
Yeah, and that's important. I know I was totally clueless on my first home, and I still feel somewhat clueless on now my third home. And it's just homes have a lot that go into it. And not everybody wants to be the professional, but we want to know what to look out for.
And we want to have access to the information, the resource, and that's what we're trying to be, is that resource.
I think that's great. Good. So actually, before I jump into this next one, let's talk. You talked about the thermal imaging being included. What else do you guys do? Full scope of home inspection, obviously. Thermal imaging, sewer scope, radon.
Yep. We're a one-stop shop.
Okay.
So anything that the client needs or you guys need, you don't have to make any more phone calls. We can handle everything.
Awesome.
So
I like it. Good. So are there ways that you guys give back to the community, aside from, of course, the discount that I mentioned earlier?
Sure.
We do. So we're business members. with Realities for Children. We have been for a couple years now. We volunteer with them as well as a paid business member partnership to help support them.
Okay.
We also do nonprofits every month. So, for example, January's nonprofit was Big Bonine Canine Rescue, Big
Okay.
Bones Canine Rescue.
Okay.
So we will be donating later today a check to them.
That's awesome.
And then we go through and we talk to our realtors, we talk to our clients and figure out what's important to them, as well as, our community, as far as family, friends, things like that. And we pick a nonprofit every month to give back to.
That's amazing. I like that a lot. Here at Remax Alliance, we're heavily involved with Realities for Children as well. So, of course, once I started here, I've been getting more involved as well, especially around Christmas time. And then I do my stuff on the side with Animal Friends Alliance and stuff. So looks like we have similar ways that we want to give back. The animals and the kids,
Well, and exposing our base, on our different platforms to the different local nonprofits.
Yeah. No.
Maybe they haven't heard of, Big Bone Canine Rescue out of Windsor, Colorado.
Yeah, I haven't.
So exposing, our community to these amazing organizations that do such great work.
It's awesome. Yeah. Give back when you can. That was instilled in me at a very young age by my grandfather, who was a very giving man. And it's, sort of fill your cup and then let it overflow. So,
Absolutely.
I like it. All right. So what are your goals over the next year or the near future? How do you guys want to grow, or are you happy with how you're going now? What are you thinking?
We are thinking within the next year, we'd like to expand to potentially have another inspector come aboard.
Okay.
So that way we can help better serve our clients, get everybody in on their deadline times and things of that nature. So that's something we're kind of looking into, see kind of what that looks like.
I like it. Is it just you?
It is.
I mean, you handle the back end stuff?
I do, and business development and client relations.
Yeah. Well, that'll be good. If you're getting busy, that is one thing, I've contemplated recently too. I'm going to take on a transaction coordinator, and if I keep getting busy, I'm going to take on an assistant, because, you want to feel like you can do it all. At the same time, you don't want it to be at the cost of the service that you provide.
Absolutely.
So if you need to bring on help, you need to bring on help.
Yep.
Keep that efficiency going.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Anything exciting going on that customers should know about?
So we do have a pre-listing program where if you pay, say you're the client and you pay for a pre-listing, we have a program that will help you recoup the cost of that pre-listing.
Okay. That's
through
amazing.
open houses.
Okay. I like that. No, that's a huge feature. And then, and I was just thinking about it too. Home inspection services are needed so much during the pre-purchase process. But what about if somebody they own their home and they're just curious? They're like, this is an older home and I haven't looked at this and that. They just hire you out to come and do an inspection to make sure that everything is looking good?
We do annual home maintenance inspections as well.
Okay.
Yep, as well as thermal imaging inspections as a standalone option. So if you have that bedroom that's warm or cold, we can come in there with the thermal imaging and kind of see if we can help diagnose it. For instance, we did an 11-month inspection last week, and the client gave us that feedback where this particular room in the house was always really cold in the winter, really hot in the summer. So during the inspection with the thermal imaging, I discovered, because the attic was just very hard to get into, so the configuration wouldn't let me get all the way back in there without using platforms and safety boards and things that I don't have access to. About a quarter of the roof had less insulation, maybe no insulation in the ceiling. That came up on the thermal imaging. So we were able to, show that to them so that way they can get that over to the builder. So they can get that situation rectified.
No, and that's important. Even just one little area that's lacking, especially in that much, that just, you're leaving a massive hole for all of the different temperature penetrations to come through. So
run your utility bills up, because now you're trying to pump the heat in there.
Sure.
Especially when the builder's going to fix it. And wants to fix it. They haven't been made aware of the problem yet.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. All right, well, nearing the end here, go ahead and tell everybody how they can find you, either physically or online.
So we are online. Our website is catalystinspections.com. We serve all of northern Colorado. From Cheyenne, we were very far out a couple weeks ago, but down into Denver. You can find us. We NOCO Style. We won NOCO Style 2021 Best Home Inspector.
Amazing.
And then we came in second in 2022.
I love it.
Yep.
Okay.
We're members of LBAR. We're members of the Windsor Chamber as well.
Okay.
And you can follow us on all the social media platforms. We're on
Mhm.
Facebook, Catalyst Inspections, Instagram, Catalyst Inspections, TikTok, Catalyst Inspections, LinkedIn. I mean, we're pretty much everywhere.
I love it. No, that's good. Like we were just talking about before the interview, in today's day and age, you have to be out there on social media. It's almost, it's a no-brainer, and it's a necessity.
Well,
Yeah.
and whether people use this or not, we want to be that resource. So we have a lot of infographics on what to expect during a home inspection or 11-month warranty, as well as Randy's pretty funny. He has a lot of
videos.
I like it. I actually feel like now that you're mentioning it, I think I saw one of your videos talking about, and I won't get into the details, but about what not to do before your home inspection.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Dealt with the toilet. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, thanks again to you guys for coming in. I really appreciate this. I think it helps us all sort of grow, helps you guys grow, helps me grow, and just lets the community know about another great local service. So, this is yet another great vendor to keep in your back pocket when that home purchase comes along. Or, like was mentioned, if it's been a while since your home's been looked at and you just want to maybe make sure that you're not missing any major issues that may be coming up. So thanks again. Once again, I'm Morgan Merriman. Thanks again for watching another episode of Lifestyle Living's Community Connection. And if you have a business or know of somebody who has a business that would like to be interviewed, go ahead and reach out to me. All my information will be at the end of the video. And of course, if you have any real estate needs, I'd be happy to help you and your loved referrals in any way that I can. So thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.